What's going on today, everybody? Got a beer review for you. Yesterday was my birthday, so my awesome girlfriend decided to take me to Brouwerij West for my birthday down in San Pedro. It's a little bit of a hike from where I live, but I'm glad she enticed me to go down there because she knows how much I love breweries, and I honestly wanted to just kind of chill and do nothing, but thank you, Vanessa, for that. And she also got me a beer glass set, and tonight we're going to be drinking Brouwerij West Tahiti Substation out of one of my new glasses. This is a non-imperial pint style glass, so we're going to go ahead and take this beer. We're going to go ahead and give it a beer review. So those of you who don't know, Brouwerij West is in San Pedro, California. They do a lot of different beer styles, so I don't want to be inconsiderate and say that they specialize in really only one thing, but their hazy IPAs traditionally are where it's at. They're very well known for their Pop Fuji as well as their Saison Extra. Take a look at this guy. Looks like juice, doesn't it? Check that out. I mean, that thing is hazy, hazy, hazy for days. This beer, we actually had it at the tasting room and it was delicious. So we're going to do a beer review on it. So here we go. Let's dive in. Ooh, the aroma on this is fantastic. Super tropical. Kind of what you would expect for a late hop edition hazy New England style IPA. Brouwerij West does a really good job using the appropriate yeast strains for their beer. I don't want to name any names in the brewing world, but one offender that I've seen a lot that needs to get away from it, and I'm not going to say who, but they need to get away from using barbarian yeasts for their hazy IPA. That barbarian yeast from Imperial doesn't have the right aroma, the right characteristic for the yeast, in my opinion, that lends itself to this style. So that brewery, if you're a beer nerd, you know who I'm talking about. Really, if they switched it up to whatever culture these guys using, or use the Vermont or the London yeast, those are great strains for a hazy IPA. So here we go, enough about that. We're going to go ahead and dive in and give this thing a taste. So let's get into it. Cheers. This beer's money. So the taste on this thing is amazing, and I've got the little can here, so I have a little cheat sheet. This beer comes in at 6.5% alcohol by volume. Does not list the IBUs, but since it's a hazy IPA, we're going to go ahead and assume it's under 40, just a guess. Here's the ingredients. It's Mecca grade barley, raw spelt, and Citra and Azacca hops. So that tropical character fruit that you're getting in the aroma is because of those two hops. Citra is known to be a pungent citrus-forward hop, and Azacca has kind of that more tropical aroma. So the two work really well together. And what they're using to get this heavy protein-laden character is they're using spelt malt. But yeah, here we go. We're going to keep drinking this thing because this beer is amazing. The finish on it is super doughy, really pleasant. The hop finish too comes through with just the right amount of bitterness to offset the bright character from the hop. It lends itself to like an easy summer day drinking beer. And I know that it's 6.5%, so it's not exactly a session, but it is very, very easy to drink and doesn't sit in your gut like a heavy beer. A lot of times when you have a hazy beer, there's a lot of oat, a lot of wheat in it. It'll sit in your gut like a stone because it's just so much high protein stuff in that. And you don't really necessarily want to drink that if you're just trying to relax. And you're like, man, it's dinner in a glass. Not that that's a bad thing. I like some big dark beers and some big full hazy beers that make you feel like you don't want to eat dinner. But you know, this beer, it's a solid beer. Brouwerij West has a special place in my heart. They do a lot of beers that are towards my palate. Like, I guess their brewmasters have a similar palate and they're brewing things that I like, which is great. You know, and that's the thing. Always support your local breweries because you'll find somebody somewhere that's making a beer that you like that's an independent brewer, so pick up their beers. But back to this guy. Here's a can. I won't focus on it, but you can kind of see it. I'll do a close-up on it too, because why not? But yeah, I mean, this beer, solid beer. If I had to give this beer a score on a scale of 1 to 10, it would be a 9.25. There's not really much I would change in it, other than maybe have a little bit more hop presence in the taste and the flavor. And I'm talking bitterness, not just necessarily hop character, not like myrcene in the compounds that impart the flavor. I'm talking more about just straight lupulin early on in it to give it just a little bit more bite. It's really balanced, but if it just had just a pinch more, a little bit of kick you in the teeth, a little bit of bitterness, just bump it up just a hair, I think would be on the money here. But by and large, I mean, it's 9.25. You can't get much better than that. And I think that Brouwerij West, they keep doing these killer hazies, you're gonna have a customer for life. So All right, that's going to do it. If you guys found this video useful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Leave a comment. I appreciate everything you guys do. I'll see you guys around. Have a great day.